works. So good morning once again, everyone. Good morning, dear ones, if you're with us on the internet, or good afternoon if you're someplace else or are watching later. It's so great to be with you today. My topic for, or our theme for the month of December is living as wholeness. And my topic for today is recognizing wholeness, seeing the good in all. Bless me, bless you. So, one moment. Okay. Oh, we did that. We did that. Okay, good. So, because we have these words in English and different people have different perceptions of words, so I wanted to start with, so what do we mean? Because we're talking all this month, and pretty much every congregation across Centers for Spiritual Living is talking about wholeness this month. So what do we mean by that? So I was looking in the dictionary, actually online, of course, because you can find everything, of course, on the internet, whether you like it or not. And wholeness is defined as soundness, health, or well-being in body, mind, soul, or spirit, the state or condition of being not broken, injured, or damaged, intact condition. Sometimes we are human doings rather than human beings. And we're doing something or changing something or growing something or releasing something or doing something so that we will be okay. We will be whole. We will be successful. We will be lovable at some point down the road. And what I suggest for all of us today is in this moment and in every single moment of every single day, we are already whole. We are already the essence, expression, and experience of spirit. We are already God in expression. There isn't anything else to do. There isn't anything else to get. There isn't anything else to release. It has nothing to do with where we've been, what we've done, our bank balance, our BMI, our anything. It has to do with who we are and whose we are. So we're going to talk today about this experience of wholeness and include everything. Because part of our wholeness is everything we've done and haven't done, everything we've been through, everything we've learned, all of those wonderful experiences. It's just all part of it. So that's what I'm talking about this morning, and I'm so glad you're here with me. I'm sure you will agree with me that this thing called life is just the most amazing experience. It's just incredible. And it's loving and nurturing and wonderful and exciting and passionate. And it's painful and heartbreaking. And that's just all part of it. That's all part of this thing. So the opportunity, because I don't like the word challenge, the opportunity for us is to look at this experience that's in front of us and decide how we're going to react to it, respond to it, believe it, and move forward. Course in Miracles says, "How safe the world will look to me when I see it. How safe the world will look to me when I can see it. It will not look like anything like I imagine I see now. Everyone and everything will lean toward me to bless me. Everyone and everything will lean toward me to bless me. I will recognize in everyone my dearest friend. What could there be to fear in a world that I have forgiven and that has forgiven me? Everyone and everything, without exception, leans toward me to bless me." So the next question for us is, what do we mean by that word, 'bless'? Sometimes it's, you're, bless me, 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 bless you're trying to get someplace and you're in the left lane, and somebody who's not trying to get someplace quite so fast is in the left lane doing 55 miles an hour on their phone. And you might say, "God bless you," as you go around them. That's not what we're talking about. But I absolutely, one of my favorite books is How to Love and Be Loved by Jack and Cornelia Addington. And they write, "To bless a thing is to fill it with life. Life is expansion, and the thing will expand and progress. To bless it is to enfold it warmly in your thought and feeling and consciously desire its fullest and most beautiful expression. To bless is to send forth a power which is of God and therefore omnipotent. To bless is to take an inward stance in relationship to something. It is to speak the word of good and then stand silently while the currents of life flow through the patterns of your thought. To bless is to release the hidden life in everything." And I would suggest that if everyone and everything leans toward us to bless us, those really cool experiences as well as those not so cool experiences, then we have the opportunity to look at those again that we're going to talk about. Sometimes the blessing is obvious. We get together on Sunday morning, and it's totally a blessing to my heart, and it's just the greatest thing. In a couple of weeks, we might get together with friends or family and do the holiday thing. It's just, and ideally, it's with people that you want to be with. And it's a wonderful blessing. And it is always, because the blessing might not be obvious, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Because very often we look at people that we love and adore. They are such a blessing. We love them so much. We love spending time with them. We look at experiences in our lives that were kind of e-ticket rides. Do you remember? And it depends on how old you are. But a lot of us remember back in the day when you went to Disneyland, you didn't have a smartphone. And of course, now if you go, you have your smartphone and your ticket on your phone, and there is no paper anywhere related to your experience because it's all on your smartphone. But your ticket and your passes and your reservations and all of that. But back in the day, when you walked through the gate, you got a ticket book based on what you paid. And the e-ticket was the coolest. The e-ticket was for the coolest rides. So look there, Small World, the Matterhorn, the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. The monorail's kind of cute, kind of cool. But the hottest rides were the e-ticket rides. For us, and I use this expression, and at least half the time people look at me, "What's an e-ticket?" And I'm like, never mind, it's okay. But we look at them, we look at, wow, that trip, that experience, that whatever it was, that was an e-ticket ride because it made our blood pressure go up, and it was so much fun, and we laughed, and maybe we cried, but it was just the greatest thing. And then, also what blesses us, or who blesses us, are people who, do you have anybody in your life who as soon as they walk through the door, your blood pressure starts to go up? Yeah, right. We'll talk later. This has not been my experience, of course, because I am always loving and charming and sparkling. But for the rest of you, the rest of you, maybe not. But that's okay. But people who just make us crazy. And then those experiences that broke our hearts open. Those were totally e-ticket rides. Maybe not what we expected, maybe not what we wanted, the last thing that we could have possibly wanted, but yet They were there because, again, as we talked about, that's what life is. It's wonderful and exciting and passionate and joyful and heartbreaking. All of it. All of it. And again, all of it leans toward us to bless us. Everyone and everything leans toward us to bless us. And sometimes we have the list, that was really good and that was really bad. But remember from Hamlet, old Bill Shakespeare reminds us, 'tis neither good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. So is there a way for us to merge the two lists? Wow, that was an experience. Wow, that was an experience. Can we merge the two lists and just make it life? And all of those experiences and all of those people that lean toward us to bless us, and begin to release the judgment about which was good and which was bad. Because everyone, and this time of year especially, I'm thinking of this, everyone brings us a gift. Everyone, every experience brings us a wonderful, and sometimes it's wonderful, and sometimes it's wonder-full, as in, I wonder how in the world this wound up in my life. You ever had those, right? Yeah. But it's all, however you spell it, either with the hyphen or the dash or not, it's all wonderful. From time to time, I am not, and this is probably not your experience, but from time to time, I am not charming and sparkling. Don't tell anybody. And if I am on the outside, well, isn't that special? I am maintaining my decorum and my adulthood, and and inside I'm saying, and you've heard me say this before, and you will hear me say this again, for the love of God. And then you get to fill in the rest of it. And I know, okay, Jerry, because as soon as I start to have that thought, I know that it's probably not particularly positive. But if everyone and everything leans toward us to bless us, if everyone and everything brings us a gift, and they do, why am I getting so upset about this? I've really started in the last couple of years, and I was going to say when you reach a certain age, but I don't think it has to do with that. I think it's more just of our awareness that, again, quoting Course in Miracles, I could see peace instead of this. Do I want to get upset about this? Well, okay, if you want. Do I want to, again, go down the road of whatever it is? Or do I want to make the U-turn earlier as I'm going down the road? It might have been your birthday a few days ago, and your dear friend, and could be spouse, could be spouse or partner, could be best friend, could be just somebody that you really care about. And you're expecting something because it's your birthday. So I want a party, I want a present, I want dinner out, I want something big, I want some recognition that I'm pretty cool and it's my birthday. And the day comes, and the day goes, and you don't hear from them. What does this mean? Sometimes we human beings look at this situation and begin to write a story. Well, they don't love me. They're too busy for me. They're busy doing other things. They're spending time with somebody else. And if they don't love me, nobody else will love me either. I will never be loved. I will never be taken care of. I might as well just go sit in a corner and wait to die because, and you get the point that we just go on and we go on and we go on. And the same thing, before we go there. So What did it really mean? The reason that they didn't reach out to us on our birthday is because they didn't. Period. Don't know why. Might have been really busy with family or friends, might have been really busy with work, doesn't matter. The reason that they didn't is because they didn't. But see, so often we attach all that baggage, for lack of a better word, because we have a history of that. Because we need that. We human beings often need that attention and that love, which is certainly fine and certainly as it should be. But if we don't get it, what does it mean? It means they didn't reach out to us on our birthday. Same thing happens if you're dating and met somebody really cool and exchange phone numbers or email addresses or whatever we're exchanging these days, and I'll call you, and they didn't call. What does it mean? I'm too old, I'm ugly, I'm unlovable, I will spend the rest of my days alone, sitting in the dark in the corner. What does it really mean? They didn't call. Same thing with applying for a job. What does it mean if they don't call? It means that job was not for you. But how often do we attach all the stuff? So the opportunity then, again, because I don't like the word challenge, the opportunity is for us to see, okay, if this is what happened, what gift can I take from this? What lesson can I learn from this so that the next time I go through this, I'm not going clear down to the end of the road and attacking the pint of Ben and Jerry's because I'm so depressed because of whatever it is, or the lemon Oreos or the whatever. And I'm earlier and earlier in my drama experience, I just now, come on, Jerry, come back just a little. And the reason that they didn't, whatever it is because they didn't, whatever it is. Because we'll never know for sure why or why not. And we don't need to, because it's our experience, really, not theirs. What does this mean? It means they didn't do it. That's all it means. I am absolutely convinced that the universe has an amazing sense of humor, and I think you've heard me talk about this before, and I will briefly, but sometimes if we have rules, because I don't know about you, but I have rules. There are things you're supposed to do. There are things you're not supposed to do. My late husband, Jerry, didn't have so much of a rule about being on time. My father, growing up, my father said, by God, you get there half an hour early and you sit in the car and listen to the radio, back in the day when we had radios. And if you're there 45 minutes early, that's okay because you sit and wait, because you need to be on time. That's really important, because if you're not on time, you're not respectful of that person or their time. You are immature, you are not professional, you are all of those terrible things that there's no way in the world that I would ever want to be. So I was there early. I have spent I don't know how many hours sitting in the airport waiting for the plane. I mean, I don't get there 4 or 5 hours in advance, but, a couple of hours, because, and especially now, of course, if you've been to Lindbergh Field recently, they're constructing. And so please do give yourself a little extra time, because it's a great adventure. So Jerry was right on time for the most part, and wasn't real late, but a couple of minutes. So I'm in this amazingly wonderful new relationship, and my new beloved has no such rules. And so, first time, 15, 20 minutes after the time you were going to be here, and I hear my father in my ear saying, well, he should have been here. One of my favorite words. He should have been here at 4 o'clock. What does this mean? What does this mean? He doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't support you. All of those other things. What does it really mean? It means that Oliver doesn't have the rules that I have. Does it mean he doesn't love me? No. Does it mean he's disrespectful? No. Does it mean any of those other things that I assume? No. What it means is he got there at 4:20 or whatever it was. But how often do we assign the meaning based on our old rules and our old history? And at any point, we can see that there is absolute wholeness in this experience because I get to finally look and say, I don't need to react this way anymore. It's not my truth anymore. It doesn't make sense for me anymore. And I can just release all the hell and fire and brimstone and everything else rather than sitting there seething because it's not his rule. It's okay. It's okay. We get to decide. So again, that experience, and every time it happens, I just smile to myself because this is bringing me the blessing of recognizing what's important and what's not. And why does this ring my chime? And does it still make sense for me to get upset, or do I not need to anymore? I swear to God, the universe just has the greatest sense of humor. Sometimes things happen, and it's the reason that we react that way might be our shadow. And we've talked about our shadow before, and you know that's that other part of me. That's that other part of you that we keep hidden. Because again, we're charming and sparkling and respectful and all of those other wonderful things. And in the twinkle of an eye, we could be the other. We could be hateful and surly and cranky and all the rest of that. But we keep that hidden. And so for the people who are hateful and surly and cranky, we might get really upset with them because, well, they can do that. How come I can't? That's our shadow. Well, look at them. They can do that. Works in politics, works in just a variety of places. I would never say that. I might think it. I probably am thinking it, but I would not say that. But that's our shadow. Everyone and everything leans toward us to bless us. Everything, every experience. And so all of these experiences, the good and wonderful, as well as the bad and heartbreaking, are part of this wholeness that we are experiencing at 10:36 a.m. on Sunday morning. Right here, right now, in this moment. We don't have to go do anything. We don't have to get anything. We don't have to release anything. We are already the beloved. How important it is for us to remember that. So, what have I learned from this experience? What blessing can I find in this experience? Do I have another slide for you? More gifts. So again, wow. You've brought me this wonderful gift. And I can step in it and draw your own picture of that. But I can step in it and just make a mess of it. Or I can step over it or around it. Or I can say, wow, this has come up again. What's going on? And what can I learn from this? And how can I release this? So that ultimately, and I don't know, if we're here for 100 or 110 years, maybe we just get to keep having that experience. But again, we don't go down, clear down to the end of the road and have our pity party and come back. We just start down the road and make a quick U-turn rather than getting involved in all of that. Because everyone and everything in every moment, in every experience, leans toward us to bless us. The joys and wonders as well as the heartbreak. So we're going to do, I don't know about you, but I find it incredibly insulting. Oh, crud. I got to send my son a text. But today is my son's 44th birthday. I have no idea how this happened. And it's December 10th. And we're going to lovingly release the old calendars and start fresh here in a minute. So what are we carrying with us? Our perceptions of the joys and wonders, our perceptions of the heartbreaks and the I can't believe you did that to me. What are we carrying with us into the new year versus what we can just leave along the side of the road on December 31st and say, wow, there was a blessing in that. Maybe we can't find it. There is no way I can find a blessing in this experience. Okay, but I still don't have to carry the anger and the hurt and the bitterness and all the rest of that. I can start fresh with a fresh new calendar in 2024. Wow. Because there's no place where our wholeness is not. There's no place where spirit is not. There's no experience, no situation in which, that's not going to work out. There's no place where spirit is not. That sentence structure wasn't going to work for me. Because everywhere we are, God is, and so that wholeness is, because it's the truth of who we are. And oh, by the way, if it's true for us, it must be true for all of those people. If you have any of those people, why? Why? What gift are they bringing me? What gift and what can I learn from that? What can I forgive from that? What can I release from that? So my list of those people, and you know what I mean, gets shorter and shorter and shorter. And so thank you for this gift that you didn't mean to give me maybe, but you absolutely did, that I can recognize and be reminded of my wholeness just like your wholeness. So wholeness is the truth of our being, everywhere, in every moment, and in every situation, regardless of appearances. Our wholeness does not change. And again, as Course in Miracles reminds us, I can see peace instead of this. So with that in mind, join me in the light for just a minute. So in the peace and the quiet and the joy and the lusciousness of this moment, we allow ourselves to be reminded of our oneness as the essence, expression, and experience of spirit. We allow ourselves to be reminded that we are already whole. That we take this wholeness with us, as us, in every situation, in every circumstance. And moving forward, we give ourselves the most amazing gift of awareness. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this not so wonderful? But what can I learn from this? What gift can I take from this? And even if the gift is just, I'm stronger than I thought I was and I never walk alone, that's an amazing gift for us. So we allow ourselves to see that, recognizing that we are the beloved in every moment, in every circumstance, in every situation. And we allow ourselves to ask, where's the blessing in this? What should I be seeing in this? So we move forward in great joy and in conscious awareness. We give thanks for this beloved spiritual community, for our time together. And together we say, and so it is. I think. Thanks, everybody. And Lesley, back to you.
I thought we could take a few minutes and get, I don't even know the word, but center ourselves in blessings, gratefulness, thanking the universe for everything. A lot of you know this song. I love this song because you can sing along with me and basically just follow what I sing. And I didn't intend on singing this song, but so I may not know the words, all the words, but I'm going to give it a shot. And it goes like this. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Now you sing. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing. One more time. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. And thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. And thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. And thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. My opulent, my opulent, my opulent wealth. My opulent, my opulent, my opulent wealth. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Last time, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day.
Great song. Thank you so much.